Yo, what's going
Staying
on?
connected matters.
What's going on with my
Hey, mama.
stuff?
You remember when you
Dang. Golly, bro. Gotta eat a nigga booty really quick. Gotta eat a nigga booty really quick. Gotta nigga eat a booty really quick. Gotta eat a nigga booty really quick. He said, why I eat it? Nigga, I'm like, damn, I need to feed it. What? I need to eat it. Matter of fact, I'm like, damn, I need to beat it. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Michael Myers. I'm like, damn, nigga, my eyes look like I'm tired. Whoa. Eating it out. Matter of fact, I'm like eating it out. Damn, eating it out. I'm like, damn, I'm eating it out. Man, it's like, damn, I'm like, man, I am the man. What the hell is going on? I'm eating the man. I'm eating that butt like a band. Oh, nigga, we live. Not for long though. Nigga, like, damn, like Rondo. Oh shit. Whoa. Wait. Whoa, I thought my mic was off. Wait. I thought my mic was off. I don't care, nigga. I'ma say what I said. I don't care, nigga. If a nigga dare, nigga, I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm like, damn, what? Hey, I'm like, man, I'm really the man. Stand the man. Man, I got a plan. Damn, my man. This is really a freestyle off the dome. I'm like, damn, I shoot him in his chrome. I'm like, damn, you a damn chrome dome. Man, you might have lost some chromosomes. Damn, he like XY chromosome. What? The Pythagorean theorem is a triangle. Matter of fact, you a square. A nigga wanna see me? You might have to lose your hair. I might have to hit you with a dare. I'm like, damn, put that booty in the dare. Matter of fact, he might end up like that nigga wearing there. I'm like, damn, I got Michael Jordan air time. What? Hey, air time. Matter of fact, it's my time. Matter of fact, it's pie time. Matter of fact, it's I time. Matter of fact, what? That was what? You know what? Just let it be, bro. Just let it be, bro. How you doing, Washington? What's up with you? Ooh, hold on. I'm on my Detroit flow type shit. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Wait a second. This 808 knocking like a dead. Damn. Whoa. Wait a second. This 808 knocking like damn. What's up? What's good? What's happening? What's crazy? What's cracking? What's good? What's cracking? What's cracking, baby? I'm like, damn, I'm doing cracks in the 80s. I'm like, damn, I'm doing crack in the 80s. Yeah. I'm not an 80s baby, but damn, I'm like 80 baby. Hey, what? $80 million in debt. Matter of fact, I'm like, shoot me in the neck, cause I don't wanna be here anymore. I'm like, damn, I'm like Keisha Core. What? Keisha Core? What? Keisha Core? What? I don't even know who the fuck is Keisha Core. But I'm like, damn, who the fuck is Keisha Cole? Wait, I know Keisha Cole. She like, damn, she like, I don't even know, nigga. This is off the top of my head, like, man. What the fuck? What the hell? I thought I was rhyming in this shit. Matter of fact, I just rhyme in this bitch. Hey, what's up, bro? I'ma do three strokes in the three, bro. It got me ho, look like E-O, but D-O, like a Steeko, and my V-O, and I E-O. I might get played like I'm Steeko, it got me though, like I E-O. Damn there, and I'm in the game like I E-O. Okay, I'ma stop. You good? www. W a little early stream though, high key. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I literally just woke up like 2 hours ago because I fell asleep at 7 o'clock in the morning today. W time management, am I right? W time management, am I right? I'm really, and the crazy thing is I'm not even really tired for real. If I'm gonna be honest, I ain't even really tired for real. Ooh, I got a lot of energy. I could start, I could start, put that bitch in park. I'm like, damn, I'm like Jordan Sparks. I might have to fly, nigga. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. The low getting dropped. I might go crazy. The low getting dropped. I might go crazy. Shoot him in his head like I'm Brady. Like I'm Brady. Man, in fact, I'm gonna shoot the free throw. The free throw? I was gonna say I was gonna shoot the free throw like McGrady. Niggas wanna see me, nigga, it's hazy. Motherfucking niggas ain't on me like Abe Lincoln. What the fuck is wrong with me, man? This is what happens when you don't have no sleep. Actually, I think I got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Oh, that's 8 hours. No, that's 8 hours. That's 8 hours. That's 8 hours of sleep. I think I'm good on that. I would say I didn't have enough sleep, but actually I did have enough sleep. That's 8 hours, bruh. Hey, shoot him in his face. Shoot him in his face. Shoot him in his face. Not really though, because I'm not a murderer. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a murderer. Or am I? I might have caught a couple of bodies. Niggas can't see me. Scotty too hotty. Nigga motherfucker see me like a what rhymes with Scotty too hotty? I don't even know. Maybe I'm a ride a Ducati. I don't know. Maybe I'ma hit this nigga in the body. I don't know. Nigga, I don't know. All right, I'm stopped. Okay, I'm done. I'm actually done. I'm actually done. I'm actually done. I'm done. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling great today. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I saw the Demon Slayer movie. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I know I be hating on, well, I don't be hating on Demon Slayer, but I do be feeling like they be, the fuck? I do be feeling like they be, feel like that anime is a great anime, but I think people be overhyping that shit. But I watched the movie, and all I'm gonna say, yeah, that shit is tough. That shit was tough. They did their thing on that movie. Too bad we're gonna have to go back again and watch 3 more of these films. You know they're about to do 3 more of these films, bro, because there's still like 30 chapters left still. Like, goddamn, bro. Niggas got 30 chapters of full fights left. Like, what the hell? I know people gonna be glazing that shit, bro. But that'd be a movie though. That'd be a movie. Not gonna lie. That'd be a little movie though. But look, today, oops, sorry. The reason why I started early today, because I want to see if I can finish that beat. There is a video or two I want to watch, because Alex Bale did drop a new video, and I forgot, that's the video I was literally looking for. The GOAT himself, Alex Bale, did drop a new video, and I did want to watch that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know even what it's about. I just saw that he dropped a video. So we might watch that. And there's like another anime-esque type of video I do kind of want to watch. But I don't know if niggas trying to see that, bruh. Because it's about anime tourist, which I don't even know where that even came from. Why niggas can't watch anime, bro? Like, you know, like, so what if a nigga don't know everything about anime, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? What's up, man? What's up with you? You wanted to raid, but you was tired? Nah, you good, bro. You ain't got to raid, bro. How you doing, bro? What's up with you? Hope you have a great stream and stay blessed. Stay blessing. All right, I appreciate it, bro. You enjoy your sleep. You enjoy your sleep, cuz. Enjoy your sleep, cuz. Thank you for stopping by, bro. Appreciate you. Ooh. Hold on. What the hell? Did this man delete his video? So that's what we plan on doing today. You good? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Just making sure all things is well. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure all things is well. Type shit. Make sure your mental's good. And your physical good type shit. You know what I mean? Wait, hold on. Wait, I got a question. Hold on. Wait. The shit's disabled, right? Splasherton? I think I might have to go in here on Monday or some shit and then redo the whatchamacallits. I think I might have to redo these redemptions things. I think I finally can fix them now. But I'm taking the twerk one out though. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, no cap. I'm taking the twerk one out, bro, cause I'm not about to do that, bro. Yeah, nah. I don't know how niggas is accumulating these points. I don't know if there's a monopoly, somebody selling points and shit. We gotta get rid of that, bro, cause there's no way, and y'all niggas want to see a man named Beautiful Nick desperately twerk on stream again after I got scammed, cause I shouldn't have did it because that shit was not even fair. But hey, you know, karma's a bitch, I guess. You know. Hold on. Y'all never gonna see me twerk. Y'all never gonna see me twerk. Y'all never gonna see me twerk either. Y'all never gonna see me twerk it. Twerk it. I ain't gonna twerk again, I promise. I ain't gonna twerk again, I promise. Matter of fact, I'ma shoot my Amos. I'm just making up words. Matter of fact, damn, bird is the word. Matter of fact, damn, I'm like, who is that? What? Shoot him in his cranium. Matter of fact, he gon' hit him in the stadium. Hey, my head so big, I'ma pull him up in a fucking stadium. What? I'm not even rhyming, nigga. I'm not even rhyming. It's like 40 seconds and I'm not even trying to process the shit. It's in my top of my head. I can't even rhyme, nigga. It's just like I'm on. Everybody does about time. Everybody does like I'm. I bitch such a line. And that bitch is a line. And I'm a big gun. And that bitch a line. Sorry. Damn, my freestyle skills have gone trash. Golly. I need to get back to freestyle again, bro. I done went so long without freestyle. I got trash. I used to be able to do this in my sleep. Matter of fact, I'm like, damn, this shit do in my sleep. I'm like, damn, this shit was in my feet. I'm like, damn, what is this shit be? I'm sounding like, you know, Miles. I'm like, this shit stinks. This shit stinks. Matter of fact, it was like, damn, I'm like, me, hey, what the fuck is going on, nigga? I don't even know, nigga. I'm just rhyming on that shit. I'm just gonna rhyming on that shit. I'm all the time on that bitch. Hey, I'm just rhyming in that bitch. I don't even know what the fuck going on in this shit. I sound better like this, like I'm on this shit. I'm gonna run back in that time. I get that cop up in this bitch. I gonna buzz up in that some bus in that lit. I wanna run up in that again. I gotta cop up in that shit. Ain't no money for that back. I gotta put up in that list. I gotta hold up in that back. I gotta hop up in this. Rhyming in again. I'ma rhyme again. Matter of fact, damn, it sound like Ramadan. I'm not gonna eat. I might gotta queef. I might have to ski. What? Wait, okay. Let me stop. I gotta stop. I might have to ski. What? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me, bruh? What is going on? I need to stop this shit, bruh. All right, hold on. Let me pull up the Alex Bale video. Cause I don't even know what the hell this shit is even about. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. I'm about to eat some eggs. I'm like, damn, I'm about to eat some eggs. I'm about to eat some eggs. I'm about to eat some eggs and some soda and a soda pop. Honey soda pop. I'm like, damn, I cannot stop. I cannot stop rhyming. I cannot stop rhyming. I cannot stop lying. I cannot stop lying. Except I didn't lie last night. Shout out Carson Nat. He used my mic. What? All right. All right. That's a CC. You don't want to freestyle, but the beat possessing you, bro. It's these Detroit, you know. It's the Detroit style beats. I don't know what it's about. Don't question that last part though. Just ignore that last part. I'm literally whatever comes to my head. Whatever comes to my head, that's what I'm saying, bro. You about to eat some eggs? Are you saying that because I said that? Did my voodoo work? My voodoo work on your ass? Yo, these beats are. Hold on. Alright. Oh wait, he dropped like 2 of them. Wait, he has a High School Musical theory? I mean, I haven't watched the bro in a long time. I didn't know he had a High School Musical theory. That one might sound a little bit better. Hold on. So we might do that one instead. And then I might make a little beat, and then after that we go and watch the movie. You about to eat some eggs. She about to eat some eggs. But you know she about to put some mayonnaise on that shit. You know she about to put some mayonnaise on that shit. We already know what CC gonna eat with them eggs. She gonna put ketchup, mayonnaise, and some fucking bread. I don't even know. I know that shit stink. I know that shit tastes nasty. I don't even know. She might put some pickles on that bitch. She might put some pickles on that bitch. Pirates on a boat. Pirates on a boat. Pirates on a boat. Hey. Pirates on a boat. Hey. Pirates on a boat. Hey. High School Musical Death Trap. Well, he has 2. So, what movie? I believe it's Pirates of the Caribbean 2. I believe it's Pirates of the Caribbean 2. I have to double check. You don't like pickles? You look like a pickle. We're in a pickle. CC don't even really like pickles, but she like mayonnaise? She like mayonnaise? She put mayonnaise on her pizza? She might put some corn on her pizza. She might put some hot sauce on her pizza. She might put some hot dogs on her pizza. She might go to Ibiza. I'm like, what? Who gonna put you in Ibiza? What? What? Who gonna put you in Ibiza? I just gotta ask because these combos sound like Preg cravings. Hey. If Badlands Chugs can eat it, it ain't a problem. You know what I'm saying? Corn on a pizza is good. Okay, stop. That's like the equivalent saying I like salt water. Like what? Stop. You know, those be the type of people that they hate pineapple on pizza, but y'all eat corn on pizza. Like, what? Huh? You gonna put corn on your pizza, but not pineapple? Pineapple makes more sense than corn. Like, what? Like, come on, bruh. We ain't doing that shit. If you putting corn on your pizza, you might be Dominican. I don't even know. I'm not even trying to stand again. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to rhyme again. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to rhyme again. I sound a little yachty. I'm like, damn, I got a little lot. Wow, okay, I'm gonna stop. I fucked that shit up, bro. I had the flow in my head. I fucked that shit up, bro. My freestyling got trash, bro. I need to start freestyling again on stream, bro. My freestyling got horrible. I got horrible. How'd I get horrible freestyling? Hell nah. All right, let me see. Let me pull up this shit, bro. Let me pull up this shit. Matter of fact, it's 17 o'clock in this bitch. Sweet corn pizza. Yuck. You can stop talking now. All right. We can watch the High School Musical theory or the Incredible theory. That's that. There was another video I wanted to watch. Cause you know, Nature Nigga dropped some shit, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm in a nature mood too. Wait, this, whoa, no, I'm not gonna do it. Nature Nigga dropped, and I kind of want to watch that too, bruh. Okay, let me try again. Hold on, give me one more chance. All right, wait, run that back. Hold on, run that back. Hold on. We gotta pick a video, y'all. We gotta pick a video. Alex Bell, a nature nigga. 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 Nature nigga. He got videos on nature nigga. He got videos on nature nigga. Matter of fact, I'm trying to go into nature nigga. And I'm like, damn, am I nature nigga? I'm brother nigga. I'm a nigga. A brother nigga. A nigga that is a nigga, that's a brother, that's a nigga. That's a nigga would be niggas when they niggas, they be nigga. Nigga, Miggity. Matter of fact, I'm eating some Mickey D's. Matter of fact, I'm never eating Mickey D's. Cause that shit gave me food poisoning. And I took a poop at 3 o'clock at night or in the morning, depending on where you live at. I'm like, damn, I can't rhyme where I live at with Civ at. Hey, shout out to Kai Sinat. What the? Oh my God! Damn it! Cause I was about to say something very crazy. I almost sold right there. I almost sold right there. Nah, that was a good one. No, that was a good one though. Nah, niggas gotta give me that one though. That was a good one though. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nature nigga, a nature's nigga, a nigga that be naturing. What? All right, let's get to the video, bro. Let's get to the video, bro. Let's get to the video, bro. Y'all know I'm not about to get canceled for that, bro. Why can I not open my shit? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. If I get canceled, I just want y'all to know I'm black. I'm not sinner. I'm not white. Okay, I'ma stop. But she is white though. I don't care what anybody says. Anyway. I'm like, damn. Anyway. All right. I need to stop. I can't stop though. The beat possessing me. I'm like, damn. I need my feet to be caressed and seen. What's going on? I'm like, damn. What's going on? I'm like, damn, nigga, this shit is going on. What the fuck going on in it? I'm like, damn, I need this shit on the radar, but I'm not on the radar. Why'd I sound like Miles Morales on the radar? What am I on game in the game? I'm like radar. There's a bunch of shooters in the radar. I don't understand what's going on the radar. What is over to the game? I'm on the radar. What's going on? What is wrong, bro? This was how it feels when you got some sleep, bro. You know what I mean? I'm feeling kind of crazy today. All right, let me stop playing around though. Let me stop playing around. Wait, the Buccaneers are playing today? Oh, that was 4 years ago. What the fuck? Why are they showing highlights from a game 4 years ago? That don't even make any sense. Come on, NFL, bro. Why are you showing a game that happened literally 4 years ago when the NFL is literally active right now? That makes no sense, bro. Last Demon Slayer character on the board wins. Hey, yo, what the hell is that? All right. Let's get to this. We reacted to some videos, or we doing music for a little bit? We reacted to some videos, or we doing some videos? We making some music for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to that movie type shit. I'm obligated to literally stream 1 hour before tomfoolery season. And what the? Wait, this bitch 50 minutes? Damn. I never even really watched. Well, I watched High School Musical, but I mean, I never was like into High School Musical like that, bro. Like that for it to be 50 minutes. What the hell is he gonna say for this? The host thought Caribou was gay. Oh. Damn, that's tough. Ain't nothing wrong with being gay though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the gay people, you know what I'm saying? No thuggerson though. All my employees are gay. All my employees are gay. You know what I'm saying? All my employees are gay. Tie shit. All my employees is gay. If you gay, it's okay though.
You're the team leader, not a singer.
Did you ever think maybe I could be both?
What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What's up, Panda? And I ain't talking about Panda the creator. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even make any sense. I don't know what's going on with me today. I must have did some crack or something.
Apart because of your singing thing.
This shit's 2 months old.
I've always thought.
Damn, I'm really that far behind?
Disturbing about High School Musical. I know that sounds strange
because we're all in this together.
These movies were made to be anything but disturbing. They are the quintessential cheesy Disney Channel originals where everyone is always smiling and singing, and the biggest conflict is whether Troy will play basketball or sing in a musical.
That nigga Zac Efron was like
but
crazily in shape.
Think about it. You'll notice these movies all have a very strange.
Like, why was that nigga so veiny, so muscular?
These are musicals where the characters are singing and dancing about the fact that they don't want to sing and dance.
Hip-hop is my passion. I love to pop and lock and jam and break.
Hip-hop is my passion.
There are scenes where Chad
Hip-hop is my passion.
Shouldn't sing, immediately followed by Chad suddenly breaking into a giant choreographed song and dance.
So dude, you know that school musical thing?
Hey, yo.
Is it true you get extra credit just for auditioning? Who cares?
Yo, these jerseys are insanely nasty.
Audition for the school musical.
I gotta get my head in the game.
Why are these jerseys so big?
There's even a song called I Don't Dance that Chad sings while he's dancing. It's a really weird contradiction
that's kind of weird.
Always kind of creeped me out for some reason. It almost gives you the impression that these characters aren't in
They
control
kind of dancing though, I ain't gonna lie.
or aware of what their bodies are doing. But obviously, we're not really supposed to question the logic of these songs, because that's just kind of how musicals work. These are just fantasy, non-diegetic songs that only we, the audience, can see. There's nothing strange about them. So I tried my best to just ignore the creepy feeling I got from these movies, but the more I rewatched them, the more I couldn't deny that there was something very wrong with the students at East High. I believe that behind the smiles and the singing is a very dark secret about this school. A secret that the filmmakers intentionally hid within these movies 17 years ago that today
this shit's 17 years old? Nigga, what? That's crazy.
This is the High School Musical theory.
You love watching Alex Bale's videos on the internet, but oh no, you've been hacked by a computer virus.
I was hacked.
If only there was a safer way to use the internet.
Introducing private internet access.
I'm not using that shit.
Did you know that when you use the internet,
wait, is my camera lagging?
Sends out tons of private
information? Let me restart my camera real quick.
Hackers, shady government agencies, and even
hey, W ad bro, W ad bro, W ad bro, W ad bro.
I hate advertisers.
Private internet
hey, W ad bro.
access.
Hey, W ad bro.
So, what exactly is happening when the characters in these movies sing? I'm not talking about when they're performing on stage in front of a crowd. I'm talking about when the characters are in the school hallways or the cafeteria, and suddenly, without any warning or explanation, the entire school breaks out into a highly choreographed musical number and then just moves on from it like nothing ever happened.
Yeah!
This summer I gotta make bank.
Like,
What?
What's really going on here? Are the characters aware of the fact that they just sang an entire song? Was this an impromptu flash mob that they planned? No, obviously not. We're supposed to assume that these are just fantasy sequences that only we, the audience, can see. Or that's what I originally thought. But then I took a closer look at these musical numbers and I started to notice a very strange pattern. In the first High School Musical, Gabriella is the new girl at school, and the first time she experiences one of these spontaneous musical numbers is in the Stick to the Status Quo song in the cafeteria.
Should we watch High School Musical?
Gabriella doesn't enter until about halfway through the song, but she has a very interesting reaction to it.
I mean, she could just be, you know, shocked, like, you know, they're just like,
unlike
everyone weird that
else,
all these kids are just
Gabriella
dancing.
Doesn't join in. Instead, she seems very confused and disoriented by what's
I'll be
going
confused
on.
too if a
She's
bunch of kids just start
honestly
dancing
like how
at my
you or
school.
I
Like, what
would
the
if we
hell?
suddenly saw our entire school singing and dancing without any explanation. Okay, but maybe she's just nervous about people staring at her or something. This doesn't necessarily mean she's actually aware of this fantasy song. But this isn't the only time where something like this happens. In High School Musical 2, when Troy starts dancing in Work This Out, look at everyone's initial reaction. For a moment, they're all like, whoa, why the hell are you dancing, Troy? At first, they are confused by the nature of these spontaneous songs before they all magically join in too. And if you still don't think that
I'm not gonna lie, Corbin Blue's a good looking man, bro.
One final example that can't be explained away so easily. An example that legitimately creeps me out every time I see it. High School Musical 3 once again has another big cafeteria musical number with Sharpay and Ryan.
Imagine having everything we ever dreamed. Don't you want it? Maybe. Can't you see it? Kinda.
And there's initially nothing strange about it. Until when the background students suddenly join in on the song without any explanation. Look closely at Ryan's reaction.
What the fuck? What the hell?
It's very easy to miss with Sharpay in front of him, but Ryan is clearly extremely confused.
I'm not gonna lie, this little thing right here look kind of devilish though. I don't know, man. Something about that shit giving off like Satan or something, bro. Like that nigga possessed or some shit, bro. Like, hell nah.
Used by the other students suddenly dancing around him. Unlike the other examples, there is no other possible explanation here. In this moment, Ryan is 100% aware of the fact that he is experiencing an unexplainable, spontaneous musical scene, and he looks deeply disturbed by this. This is a very intentional choice by the filmmakers. They are directly telling us that we should be questioning the logic of these musical scenes, which has some pretty disturbing implications about this world. Now, eventually Ryan does get pulled into the song like everyone else, but look at what happens after the song ends and we come back to reality.
What the?
It's ours, Ryan.
Not only are they both still posing and out of breath like they did actually.
I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of creepy, bro. That is kind of creepy, bro. These niggas under again jutsu, like, hello?
Sing that entire song. It wasn't just something that they imagined, but also look at Ryan's face. He is once again very confused about what just happened before moving on like everything's normal. We are consistently being shown that these big spontaneous musical numbers
You're being possessed.
are actually happening, but it isn't something that the characters are choosing to do. It's like something is taking over their bodies and forcing them to sing and dance, but they only get these rare little moments of awareness and utter terror about what's going on before they're forced to forget about it and move on like nothing ever happened. That's why these movies feel so disturbing to me, and this only gets stranger when we take a look at what happens when characters leave East High.
Sharpay has always been in the spotlight. But to follow her dreams, she'll take on her toughest role yet.
Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure is a spin-off after High School Musical 3.
What? They gave this girl a whole movie? Nah, they was really trying to make some money.
Followed Sharpay moving to New York to pursue her dreams of becoming a Broadway star. But what's strange about this movie is that it's not a musical. I mean, Sharpay does perform some diegetic songs on stage for an audience, but unlike all the other movies in this franchise, this movie has no spontaneous fantasy songs, which is really weird because Sharpay is like the most iconic musical character in this franchise. It almost feels like whatever causes people to spontaneously sing in this universe only exists in East High, or at least in the surrounding area. SNL did this parody sketch with Zac Efron that feels more accurate every time I watch these movies.
High School Musical 4, new senior class!
I'm here to talk about what happens after you leave East High. Here's the deal. No one sings at college. What? People just stared at me. And from what I can tell, this is America's only singing high school.
Remember how in the first High School Musical, Gabriella seemed kind of aware and confused by the spontaneous songs at first?
Interesting.
It wasn't just a quick moment for her. She never joined in on Stick to the Status Quo. You probably never realized this, but Gabriella never actually gets a non-diegetic song until 2/3 of the way through the first movie, despite her being one of the two main characters of this musical. What if this is because she's the new girl at school, and whatever's making people sing
gotta be the
fully
food
affected her yet? Now, there are some exceptions
It has
where
to be the
characters still
food!
spontaneously sing outside of the school, like in High School Musical 2 when they're in a country club for the summer, but that's still nearby the school.
What the fuck kind of car is that?
And they haven't really been there for very long. The main exception to
What's
this
up,
is
Ayo?
at the end of High School Musical 3 when Gabriella briefly goes to Stanford as a part of early enrollment and she still has a non-diegetic song.
Take my hand.
Hey, yo.
And they make a really big point about how far away Stanford is from East High.
Promise tonight in Albuquerque. It's 1,000 miles away.
So it
Wait, is
seems
this
like
shit in New
would
Mexico?
disprove
What the fuck?
idea that the songs can only happen near the school. But then I took a closer look at this scene. So Gabriella went to Stanford as a part of an early enrollment and had to miss out on prom at East High. But then Troy decides to also skip prom and instead dance with Gabriella.
That's
at
a real
Stanford.
nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
This is when we get their non-diegetic song. But during the song, they're both briefly transported to East High's prom with all of their friends.
What?
Now, obviously, this is just supposed to be a fantasy cutaway. They aren't actually back at the school. Stuff like this happens all the time in the musical numbers from these movies. These are all just imaginary fantasy sets. It's kind of like Troy and Gabriella are imagining they're back at East High and are incorporating things from their real-life surroundings into the fantasy. But if that's true, then why can we already see the exact same stone pillar set 30 minutes ago at East High? This was not part of some fantasy scene. They clearly actually built this set at East High.
Okay.
And this was before Gabriella even decided to go to Stanford early. But then why can we see the fantasy pillars backstage? Because in the Stanford song, the East High prom part isn't the fantasy. Stanford is. Gabriella never actually left East High.
So you telling me this girl is under a spell or some shit? So she never left the school. So everybody that's at the school never left the school. Wait, what if that's everybody else? What if your life outside of school actually never happened? Like, what if we are living in a fantasy world and we're all still actually in school? Wait a second. That actually might be a fire movie idea. Hold on. Wait. Let me write that down real quick. Yeah. Let me write that down real quick. Hold on. Wait, Are we living a dream? You see how it makes sense though? Because yesterday we were talking about dreams. Hold on a second. Because yesterday we were talking about dreams, right? But then this theory is brought up. What if we have been living a lie our whole lives? You actually never graduated. You were just stuck in the same grade for the rest of your life. Every person on this planet that has entered a school was actually not a school, it was a gateway to an infinite dream state. And once you enter school, you never left school. Wait a second, hold on. So that means we all share one conscious. Because if we all see the same things, we all share one conscious. That means we're all connected in one dimension inside of one school. We're not real.
We are shown time and time again that these
None of this is
spontaneous
real.
musical numbers can cause vivid fantasy hallucinations of other places.
We gotta break out the Matrix!
Whatever's causing Gabriella to break out the song also caused her to hallucinate.
Get me out of here!
When in
I want to
reality,
go back!
She never
Get me out of here!
You might be ready to say goodbye to East High, but East High's not ready to say goodbye to you.
This honestly makes more sense than Troy being able to drive all the way to Stanford.
Also, how did he get on the top of that goddamn tree?
With his piece of shit car that's constantly breaking down in this movie.
I'm pushing! Push harder!
What kind of car is that?
And if my truck falls apart because I'm spending all my free time on stage, it's all your fault.
Was that W Riz chat?
Something at East High is manipulating all of these students, causing them to sing and dance and even hallucinate to the point where they can't even leave. But
because he's
brings
black.
me to the question that you've probably been waiting for me to answer. What exactly is causing all of this? Why does this
how did you get to
school
that?
seem
How did you
have
get to
this
that?
strange power over all of the students? And to be honest, for the first time ever in one of these videos, I don't actually have an answer for you.
Oh.
I have 5. Yes, I have come up with 5 different possible explanations for the strange phenomenon going on at East High. For the first time ever, we are doing an official
an
Alex Bale
iceberg.
theory iceberg, and you get to decide which one you like the best.
I like iceberg
and I'm going
theories.
to be sharing each of them with you in order from sort of tame and realistic to completely batshit insane, crazy, and stupid. Some of these are going to be a little more in-depth than the others, and some of these are just going to be kind of fucking crazy, so, you know, just mentally prepare yourself for that. Without further ado, starting with the very tip of the iceberg, here is the most boring, tame, believable
Are we fucking with this
theory
video,
I can
y'all?
come up with. This is all just lazy writing and coincidences, and I'm overthinking little things that actually mean nothing.
Low key, we need to make a VFX iceberg. There's a lot of lore.
I mean, this is probably the correct answer.
What iceberg would be made for this? There's no deep, dark secrets of VFX. There's nothing crazy going on. What would be the iceberg here? The twerk incident. It's not an incident if it was propagated by y'all niggas. It didn't accidentally happen. It was forced. The birth of Vietnamese. That was just a woman mispronouncing Vietnamese. What are we on? What we on about, mate? What we on about, mate? Well, you know what would be an iceberg? Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Nigga wanna what a VFX iceberg would not make no sense. Nothing go. The only mystery that I could see, Nick's $24 million secret empire. Nigga, if I had $24 million, I would not be here. I would literally not be here. Nick pretending to be broke. Once again, if I was rich, I would not be here. I would not be here. I don't know. You are the only person. You are the only person that has this random idea in your head that I'm rich. Nick's age. That's not an iceberg. Nick possibly being a 98 nigga. What does that have to do with anything? Arlington. That's a city in Texas. That's not an iceberg. That's readily available information online. It's literally a city in multiple places, not even just Texas. There's multiple Arlingtons in the United States. Burger King combo meal. What the fuck does that what is that connected to? What is the correlation for that? What is the correlation for that? What is the correlation for that? I don't even get that. I don't even get that reference. LB in Delaware. Once again, you're just naming a nigga and where he lived. Cece's Pizza Incident. Now that one I can agree with. I'm not gonna lie. That one might be an unsolvable mystery because I don't eat. Still to this day, did she actually eat that pizza? Maybe she was lying maybe she was lying. I have no clue. That one I can give you that one because maybe she was lying about that because there's no way a person would ever eat that shit that she posted on there. No way. So that one I'll give you that one. That one that's like a level 5 iceberg theory right there. I'm gonna give you that one.
Answer to
you got one
of my theories, but you know that's no fun, and you're not watching a YouTube.
The disappearance
fan
of
theory
Fishy.
For the boring, realistic answer. So let's just move on from this one. I'm not actually.
I don't know if anybody's asking that. Little Rose. He just gets his own iceberg. Was he actually a real artist? Did I get scammed?
But fucking Danny Gonzalez kind of jokingly beat me to it first. So I don't know. Go check out his video. It's very funny.
Wait, what?
In 1518, Strasbourg, France.
LB's romantic relationship with Frank.
Walked into the streets and reportedly started
was his name
silently
Frank?
dancing without
yes,
any
Frank the Furry.
explanation. Soon, other people began to join her, and over the next couple of weeks, hundreds of people.
He never came back either.
Uncontrollably, silently
was he a real person?
With no explanation or way to stop. Many collapsed from exhaustion, and some
was he a real person? The world may never know. We don't know.
This became known as the Dancing Plague of 1518, and it is believed to be one of the most
man's
infamous
penis?
cases of mass hysteria in history. The leading theory behind why this
happened
now we're getting
some
extreme stress.
You're gonna make an iceberg.
Diseases at the time.
Unless if you're gonna make an iceberg, I want to see it in the format of like Alex Bale. This nigga gonna make an iceberg and it's gonna be all the same stupid shit that could easily be answered. I hate this man. I got an iceberg for y'all. Ayo Coney's love life. That's a mystery that nobody could ever solve. Seems like he has a problem every single week, every day. Now that's an iceberg for you. Yeah, that's an iceberg for you. I ain't gonna lie.
But mass hysteria is something that still happens in many different forms to this day, even to students in high school.
Could mass hysteria be responsible for dozens of high schoolers' unexplained hiccups?
Health officials say 12 girls
hell no.
from Leroy Junior
The easily
Senior
answer
High
stuff
School
will be
have
at the
exhibited
top.
Similar symptoms.
CC's pizza incident will be at the very bottom.
Conversion disorder, a very
That
real
should be
condition
that shit should be
resulting
right
from
next to
trauma or
your
stress. In the Leroy
love
case,
life.
Most of the sufferers attend the high school and junior high school there.
So maybe it's as simple
And
as the stress of being in high school
the disappearance
and the pressures of conforming to the status quo was enough to cause a mass hysteria at East High that resulted in students spontaneously breaking out into song and dance.
Of Mike
I think this is a very plausible
and Frank the
explanation
Furry.
for what's happening in these movies, and it really
And the
ties in
crack
well
sandwiches
with the core
incident should be
conflict
on there as
these characters are
well.
facing. And if mass hysteria is this low on my iceberg, then you know these next theories are about to get
And
really
you should put
weird.
the Will Smith Obama phone theory should be on there.
Hear me out. I think Zeke is up to something.
Who the fuck is this
one of the
nigga?
basketball side characters, and his whole thing is that he secretly loves to bake, but no one at school accepts that about him, at least until the end of the first movie.
A man can't bake?
What? I love to bake. Strudel, scones, even apple pan dowdy.
There's not a ton
So a man
to his
can't bake?
character. He's
I'm
just kind of
confused.
the funny food guy. He's always giving people stuff he baked.
I baked these fresh today. I baked you some cookies. Hey, ladies.
I wish I had a man to bake for me. I don't see what's wrong with that.
So you guys want a cupcake?
But the one strange thing that I noticed about Zeke is his relationship with Sharpay.
Splash Uncensored
Zeke has a crush
Bible
on Sharpay,
Manverse.
and he tries to ask her out.
Hey, Sharpay. Well, I just thought maybe you could watch me play ball sometime or something.
Right.
And she fucking hates
Lost
him.
media.
I'd rather stick pins in my eyes.
Nigga, it's in the Discord. It's still
But
there.
then he bakes her
It's
some
not lost
cookies,
media.
And she suddenly has a very different reaction.
These cookies.
It's not lost media. It's still there.
Tasted.
What's he putting in those cookies? Okay, well, whatever. That's kind of weird, but you know, it's just a typical Disney Channel gag. But
Your
then, by the
verse
next
is
movie,
more
Sharpay
your verse is
completely
more
forgets
controversial
about
than
Zeke
his.
and moves on to being obsessed with Troy.
Troy, Sharpay. Sharpay, Troy.
But then Zeke gets a job as a chef, and he's really excited to be working near Sharpay.
Chef Michael's gonna teach me the art of Austrian flake pastry. And Sharpay's gonna be where I work every day.
I think we can assume he's probably giving her food again. And then at the end of
Was
High School
Sharpay
Musical
really that
2,
that
she's
that
kind
girl?
of all over him again.
Damn.
There's potentially a pattern here.
I would be all
Then,
over her
in
too.
High School Musical
Wait, what?
3, there's a deleted scene where Zeke is gonna ask her to prom, and once again, he's planning on bringing her more cookies, but then Jason takes them away, and all of a sudden, he seems kind of nervous.
Yeah, she's gonna listen to me. And listen good.
You got this. Now give me the cookies. You don't need these. Go on, get in there.
No,
You're empowered. You got these. No.
Zeke seems to really believe that the cookies
Why
are
does this nigga
necessary
look like
to
Drake,
get
though?
Sharpay to go to prom with him. And it turns out he doesn't need them, but the very first thing Sharpay says is,
Hey, Sharpay.
Zeke, cookies.
huh, interesting. Also later, he finds out Jason
Yeah, something about that seems rather suspicious. I'm just saying, bruh. Watermelon cookies. Alright, we're done here. We're done here. That's all I needed to know, bruh. Shout out Alex Bell, bruh. Shout out Alex Bell, bruh. We're done here. We're done here. We are done, bruh. We are officially done. We are done here. You got it, bruh. You got it, bruh. You got it. You got it, bruh. You got it, bruh. You got it, bruh. I don't even want to, you know. TikTok incest mysteries. What? You know what you did, bro. I actually really wanted to watch this one. I'm gonna be honest. I really wanted to watch this one. I don't really care about that shit like that. I will watch that later, but I really want to watch this one because I've been seeing a lot of this shit about The Incredibles. I don't even know who the fuck this Gamma Jack nigga is. So I really am interested to see what the fuck what these niggas talking about, man. TikTok incest mysteries? That's what it says right here. Oh, wait, y'all can't even see it. Hold on. Oh, wrong screen. Literally says right there. What you just thought I just randomly just said that? Like, what the hell? Why would I just randomly just say that? Why would I randomly just spat that out? Like, what kind of monster do you think I am? What kind of monster do you think I am?
What if I told you that this is actually Jack Jack from the future?
I miss The
Jack
Incredibles,
is a
I'm not gonna
character
lie.
from The Incredibles that we see only for a few seconds. He is one of the many superheroes.
You say a lot of random
as a
things.
part of Operation Kronos.
Things,
and at
things,
first glance,
big,
he just kind of
big
seems
N.
like a throwaway filler
Name one
character.
random thing that I
But
said
if you
that
look
sounds
in the
remotely close to that.
Incredibles DVD extras, you'll find a bunch of files full of information about all of these deceased heroes, including their powers, personality traits, and even audio clips.
Give me
of them
one
talking.
quote that it sounds remotely close to that. What the hell?
Culture, a man of
Gazer
passion,
beam.
and I would say a man of humor, which is not widely known.
But Gamma Jack's file is a bit different than the other.
Gazer beam.
He is one of the most powerful supers in this franchise.
Oh, damn.
With extremely dangerous radiation powers and a very disturbing personality.
Part of my job is to prioritize which villains I'm going
Prone to tyrannical and what? Megalomaniacal impulses, believes supes to be a superior race. Like white supers? Interesting.
Very disturbing personality.
Part of my job is to prioritize which villains I'm going to combat. The real kicker is I get these dames, man, these dame villains, and they got the curves and the hair and the big eyes, and boy, those ones, they're really, really hard to kill.
He's the only hero who outright kills people, and when it comes to saving people, he always prioritizes attractive.
Nigga, that's a Disney movie. He out here killing people in a Disney movie? Ah, hell no. Wait, it's Disney or DreamWorks? I forgot.
See if there's any good-looking women who need to be rescued immediately, and then I sort of start from there and work my way down the list. You know, if you've got Tubby Joe Schmo over there with a laser pointed at his head, and he might have to wait in line a little while.
He's described as tyrannical and megalomaniacal, and even believes people with superpowers are a superior race. Gamma Jack is like a straight-up villain. He's basically the Incredibles version of Homelander.
That literally is Homelander.
Videos about him recently because of how much he sticks out in this franchise. But I think I've discovered something that nobody else has yet. What if Gamma Jack isn't just some background character? What if he's someone who's been hiding in plain sight all of this time? I believe that Gamma Jack is actually Jack from the future.
Why would Jack become racist?
Like a big stretch. At first glance, these two characters seem nothing alike, both in their powers and personality.
Looks normal to me.
I mean, how can I possibly claim that sweet, adorable Jack is actually a tyrannical super supremacist? Well, just stick with me.
Jack being racist is crazy.
That this will be the most compelling,
he never liked Frozone?
Incredibles theory.
That's just one black guy.
You are going to be blown away by how well all of this lines up. This is the Gamma Jack theory.
That's just one black guy, bro.
So, this all started when I noticed a couple strange similarities between these two characters. Obviously, they are both named Jack.
That's true.
They are both extremely powerful supers.
That's also true.
Maybe a passing resemblance, with both of them having a similar mask and their hair ending in a single sharp.
I kind of want to watch The Incredibles now.
I didn't really start to take this seriously until I started comparing Gamma Jack's file to Jack. Gamma Jack is described as a picky eater.
Okay, he's a baby.
Is probably one of Jack's most defining traits.
He's a baby, though.
Jack's first scene is Helen struggling to get him to eat, and
haven't seen it in so long.
The Incredibles 2 plot revolves around Jack only
this was a goated movie
and throwing a massive tantrum when he doesn't get them.
Obviously, I can't keep giving him cookies.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
Jack is an extremely picky eater. Gamma Jack is also described as a favorite of the ladies, which I think you can also apply to Jack.
Can't I, little baby?
Cause he's a baby.
Babysitting this one? I do.
Everybody likes babies.
All of the women who take care of Jack clearly adore him.
Stayed up all night
Babies are lady magnets.
He is definitely a favorite of these ladies. Okay, but what about tyrannical and megalomaniacal impulses? Well,
what does that even mean?
That kind of sound like how Jack is constantly and impulsively throwing violent tantrums?
Combustion imminent?
He's a baby.
It means fire, Robert.
Even when Jack Jack fights someone, he seems to always go for the kill just like Gamma Jack.
Oh, damn.
I mean, he did kind of indirectly kill Syndrome. Okay, so there are some surprising similarities here.
So what? He got some murderous tendencies.
In the room. Gamma Jack is an adult who died in the past, and Jack Jack is obviously a baby in the present. For this to work, there would need to be some kind of time travel involved. And while Jack Jack is an extremely powerful super with many different reality warping powers, we never actually see him do anything that resembles time travel. The closest we maybe get is his weird ability to travel between dimensions.
What the?
That little
Cha-Cha want a cookie?
That little baby Birkin.
He can still hear you
From the other dimension, yeah.
That is freaky.
Except, I think there might be more to this dimensional power than we think. In The Incredibles 2, Edna creates a device that can help track and manage Jack Jack's powers, and it can even be used to help find Jack Jack when he moves into the other dimension.
He vanished!
Okay, good. Use the thing. See that? That's the current readout.
I'm not gonna lie, Incredibles 2 was amazing.
Where is he?
But if you look closely, you'll see that the device labels Jack Jack's dimension as 4D, as in the fourth dimension.
Oh,
a dimension
here comes
that is
LB.
commonly accepted to represent time.
Here comes
Meaning,
LB
when
with
Jack
his
Jack
thereries.
is warping through
He's
dimensions,
he's actually 5D.
Through time. Okay, so Jack Jack could have traveled back in time and became Gamma Jack. But here's another big issue.
So he became racist?
If they're supposed to be the same person, then why are their powers different? Maybe you could argue Jack Jack has some radiation-based powers, but Gamma Jack definitely doesn't have Jack Jack's many reality warping god powers.
No!
This nigga get tricked. What the?
And yes, that is true, but listen to how
This man can turn
Edna
into water?
talks about
I mean, this
Jack
baby can
Jack's
turn into water?
powers.
Like all babies, he has enormous potential. It is not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young, but this little one has many.
It is not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young. She talks about it like all super babies can have multiple powers when they're young, but eventually they all grow up and narrow it down to just one or two. Director Brad Bird has also made similar comments about how Jack Jack's powers are because of the unlimited potential he has as a baby.
Babies are unknown, so they could be nothing, they could be everything. You don't know. Every single one of them is up for grabs of what they're going to become. They could
Wait,
become
that's kind of
a leader
fire.
of the free world or a bagman. Or maybe both, I don't know.
Maybe Jack Jack having so many powers is kind of unusual, but there is a precedent that he could lose most of his powers. In fact, this explains why Jack Jack would be living in the past under a new identity. Maybe Jack Jack traveled back in time and then lost his ability to time travel, making him stuck in the past forever. This also lines up with a deleted flashback scene from the first Incredibles, where we can see Gamma Jack was close friends with Mr. Incredible and Frozone.
Although he tried to hide his powers, a few of us had heard about them and approached him.
But wouldn't he be dead though?
Becoming a superhero. We had a club, the first club that wanted him to join.
It makes sense. If Jack Jack is trapped in the past, he'd probably want to be close to his dad and Uncle Lucius, even if he can't tell them who he really is.
Where's my super suit?
Does Jack Jack actually have Gamma Jack's powers? I mean, maybe his fire or laser powers are kind of similar, but is that really the same thing as having radiation powers? Well, let's take a look at what Gamma Jack's powers actually are. The file's description is pretty vague, but based on his name and logo, I'm gonna assume his powers involve specifically gamma radiation, which is a form of high-energy electromagnetic radiation.
Okay.
And guess what? We are told by Edna that one of Jack Jack's powers is specifically electromagnetism.
Okay.
Electromagnetism.
Gamma Jack's powers are based on electromagnetic radiation. Jack Jack has electromagnetism powers. They could have given Gamma Jack any form of radiation powers, but they specifically chose the type of radiation that Jack Jack can control because they are the same person. Also, if you consider the Lego tie-in video games to be canon, we do see that Gamma Jack has
Wait, they got a Lego game for this?
Specifically green lasers,
Wait,
which is also
wait.
the exact same as Jack Jack's.
They got a Lego Incredibles game. I've never heard of this.
Do I even need to keep going at this point?
I might have to play
Gamma
this.
Jack is Jack Jack. This has to be intentional. Okay, so these characters line up really, really well. To the point where
Lego
I don't
Incredibles.
think that this is a coincidence anymore.
Coincidence? I think not.
But there is still one final issue with this theory. Why would Jack Jack, a sweet, adorable baby with 2 loving parents with good values, grow up to believe that supers are a superior race?
To be racist.
Like, that kind of feels like the last thing Jack Jack would ever believe. I mean, Helen even goes out of her way to tell her kids that having powers doesn't make you
I need me a Helen,
better.
though.
Dad always said our powers were nothing to be ashamed of. Our powers made us special. Everyone's special, Dash.
Maybe Bob is a little
Need me a
more
Helen, bro. I ain't gonna
enthusiastic
lie.
about superpowers, but he would definitely never call them a superior race. I mean, that is just unambiguously next-level discrimination. Where the hell would Jack Jack possibly get this insane idea from?
That other guy.
I used to design for gods. You are a tiny god. They are
Edna
lucky
Mode.
to be in your presence.
Edna Mode believes
Edna
that supers
Mode.
are gods, that they are above normal humans. She says it all the time, and she even
He
seems
fell down a
disgusted
pipeline?
by non-supers.
Supermodels. Nothing super about them. Spoiled, stupid little stick figures.
It's all
with
her,
goofy
bro.
Lips who think only about themselves.
She part of the clan.
I used to design for gods.
Okay, sure, but she only babysat Jack Jack one time.
And I'ma say
How much
this.
could she possibly?
Let's just keep it a buck. Edna was fine as hell. I said it. I admit it. This woman was fine to me. I don't care.
Have rubbed off on him.
Yes, you are a tiny god. The room is yours. They are lucky to be in your presence.
I could care less.
Literally after one
Cancel
day
me.
with Edna, Jack Jack starts acting exactly like her. Exactly like Gamma Jack.
These
Oh,
people
shit.
are lucky to share the city with supers.
They are lucky to be in your presence.
And then she offers to babysit him anytime after this for free.
But babysitting this one, I do for free.
Holy shit, she is absolutely gonna mess this baby up.
She can mess me up any day. I'm
Well,
sorry.
there you go. I think this is a very strong case for Jack Jack eventually becoming
I
Gamma
believe
Jack.
it.
Unfortunately, this does mean that Jack Jack will eventually be killed by one of Syndrome's robots. Maybe you could argue that's a good thing considering who he turns into. Or maybe he somehow faked his death. I don't know. It could be possible. I do think that there's something kind of interesting about Syndrome killing Jack Jack, but then later baby Jack Jack indirectly kills Syndrome. So it's kind of like this poetic time loop. The Incredibles 3 is coming out in 2028, so I guess we'll have to wait and see if it supports or debunks my theory. You know, even if
Incredibles 3 coming out in 2028. Damn, nigga, that's in 3 years. I'm gonna be dead by then. Fuck. Shit, we might have to rewatch Incredibles.
this was intentional at one point, I do kind of doubt that they'll ever bring back this pretty obscure Gamma Jack character, but, you know, we'll see. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider checking out my other fan
shout out
theories and
Alex Bale,
subscribing.
man.
I've got other Pixar theories coming out at some point.
Shout out Alex Bale, man. That's the GOAT right there.
Coming out soon.
That's the GOATer.
I will confirm that my next theory that's already kind of almost done is about Teletubbies.
Teletubbies. Oh, hell no.
I've got a pretty interesting
You'll be
take on
42?
that I don't think
Right.
anyone has come up with yet. Thank you to the patrons who support this channel.
I never watched Teletubbies. I've only ever heard of them through the Great Void. That should be interesting. That should be interesting. What the hell is this? Wait, I might have to save this one for later. W video though. Gareth and Christian Bale cousin. Oh Lord. You used to watch it as a baby? Nah. That should look kind of creepy though. Like, I don't know, man. Cause what the fuck is that?
If I show speed makes Dalgona, it will explode. If he adds too much baking soda while making it, the sugar turns into hot foam and bursts at 140 degrees Celsius, which can cause serious skin burns. If that happens, rinse it under cool water for 20 minutes, then cover it with a clean cloth and let a real doctor check it. If eye show speed makes dalgona.
Right. 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 I don't even know what the fuck dalgona is. Is that Korean like cookie thing that they had in Squid Games? Oh, it literally says right there. My dumb ass. My ass is dumb. My ass is dumb. It literally says right there. What the fuck? Nah, shout out. Nah, that's kind of weird, but okay. All right. Well, I got one more for y'all before we get to the movie. Actually, you know what? Should we switch it up? Should we switch it up? Because I was thinking maybe, just maybe. Nah. Because I do want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean, though. The Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. I do want to watch that, though. The second one, at least. If Beautiful Nick makes Indomie noodles. I've already made Indomie. That's like literally my favorite noodles. Like, that shit's like some of the best shit, like instant noodles to ever exist. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Especially when I make it, like, you know what I'm saying? You fry that bit. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of bacon. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of bacon, a little bit of, you know, get some eggs in that bit. You know what I'm saying? Make like a carbonara type shit. That shit be bussin', but that shit be bussin', bro. That should be bussin'. But it's too high in sodium though, so that's the only reason why I can't eat it anymore. Perceivably. Had Indomie a few hours ago, the best. That shit fire. That shit fire, bro. All right. Wait, hold on. Wait, I know this book. I think I read this book before. This shit look mad familiar. But I don't want to watch that though. Actually, you know what? We'll save that second video for another time. That might be like a video I might have to make. You only do one packet of seasoning for 2 noodles. It gets too salty if you do both in. I mean, I'm not even talking about all that. I'm talking about like the sauces that come with it. Like the soy sauce and that whatever, that little sweet sauce, whatever comes with it, and that sesame seed sauce or whatever. That should be like, it'd be good, don't get twisted, but like, you know what I'm saying? They could be getting hypertension after that, bruh. Especially when you mix that with some eggs and some bacon. That should be fucking my ass up, boy. But it'd be good though. Not gonna lie. Alright. I think we'll just save that anime one for later. I kinda do wanna watch Nature Nigga. Not gonna lie. Before we get into this. Or should we continue that beat? You know, we haven't watched this nigga in a long time. What the hell? He got a couple bangers on here. Hold on. No. You know what would be really good right now? Some testones, bro. Or just a fried plátano. Period. Oh my ears! Ah, fuck, what the fuck happened? Alright. Which one we doing, bruh? Whale beef explained, planned a murder. I don't know what that one's entailing. I fell asleep when you were making the beat yesterday. Damn, you said my shit trash? Damn. Said no beats then, I'm sorry. Said my beats is trash. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. So that shit was so ass that it put a nigga to sleep. Fuck. I understand, bro. Makes sense. It makes sense, bro. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Actually, we gotta decide what movie we're watching today, though. Before we get to that. Should we just should we watch Pirates on a Boat too? Or should we just do a pivot?
November, it's cold outside.
Yeah. Are we watching a movie? Are we watching a video? I don't even know. Niggas don't even know. I don't even know. Nigga, I'm like, damn. I got a trigger on my left hand, on my right hand. Left hand is my right hand. Matter of fact, that's my right hand. I sound like Drake, that's my right hand. And the right hand man with a right plan. Right plan with a right mic hand. And I go in the game with a nice hand. What is that with a light hand? I'm never shopping at my money, gonna miss it, but the sleep with a night man. And the top of the money goes silent. I put up a chip in a mic man. I bump in the red and the I can. And I come with that love and as I saying. And I can't even see what I'm saying. Sorry. If it's not better than the first one, we can switch the movies next time. Gotcha. I said I got you. And a matter of fact, I'm like, watch ya. Or mine like made like a white chick. And I'm look like a white chick. And a white chick's looking like a white chick. And my white chick looking like my main chick. And my main chick looking like my side chick. And my side chick looking like my main chick. But my main chick's not a side chick. She's not my side, she's my main. My main is not my side. And I started to bleed from my side. The side stayed the same. And I'm like, dang, man, I can't change. Sorry.
Giant ginger tree hippies don't always choose peace. But in 2014, one shocked scientist when she not only orchestrated the life
got in my Drake mode for a second.
She essentially hired a hitman to do it. The hairy honey trap was executed by a young female named Condor, and the victim was a mother 20 years older named Sidoni. Living in the swamp forests of Indonesia's Mawas Reserve, the two had beef going back all the way to 2009, with Condor curiously approaching Sidoni's at the time 7-year-old daughter, and Sidoni defensively smacking and biting Condor before chasing her off. The perceived insolence stuck with Condor, and the disrespect was tattooed into her psyche.
I'm sorry. That just took me off guard. What the fuck? My boy was just chilling and then all of a sudden...
The perceived insolence stuck with Condor and the disrespect was
Get your bitch ass out of here.
Psyche. She was not letting that slide.
Get your bitch ass out of here.
Condor would catch the eye of a male named Echo, and the two would eventually run into Sidoni. They both approached, and Echo seemed to inspect Sidoni, who was now jockeyed by her 4-year-old son. Echo seemed curious in the mother, before losing interest and proceeding to mate with Condor. Right in front of Sidoni. Call it passion or power play, but either way, when Sidoni tried exiting the situation, Condor escalated.
That's a level of disrespect I can't tolerate. That's crazy.
Ending the lovemaking and savagely beating Sidoni.
Oh my God.
What blew researchers away was Echo going from bystander to participant. For 33 minutes, the two took turns beating on Sidoni, sometimes together, sometimes just Condor, with Echo blocking off any escape routes. It was an honest to Abe jumping, and his much larger canines meant Echo inflicted the bulk of the damage. The pair didn't stop until a fourth orang, a male named Guapo, chased Echo off and ran defense for Sidoni. before mating with her. The orange night would be too late, as a little over 2 weeks later, Sidoni became past tense due to her injuries, and scientists were left wondering what they had just witnessed. In over 26,000 hours of observation, only 6 female-on-female attacks were recorded, and none caused serious injuries. Yet here was a spiteful orang leveraging her carnal currency, specifically to erase one of her rivals, and Echo acting as a hired gun. Premeditated and personal, it was a shock.
Never mind. If I would have said what I was about to say, that would have been mad racist. Nah, I'm gonna say it. Because this literally looks like a cosplay of something that Drewski would do. My bad, I'm sorry.
Shockingly dark look into the intelligence of the forest man. One that begs the question, just how smart are they, and just what could they be capable of? To say orangutans are intelligent is honestly
like
disrespectful,
a cosplay.
because this tree-happy ginger ape is damn near human. That is an animal that can 100% speak.
The fuck?
They just really don't want to deal with taxes.
Or farming is crazy.
Partially a joke. Their name, orang-utang, literally translates to man of the forest, because locals swore they were plus-sized people that chose not to speak because they know then they'd have to get jobs. In 2014, a court in Argentina actually granted human rights to Sandra the orangutan after 20 years of captivity. There's a cute saying that goes, if you give a chip a screwdriver, it'll use it as a weapon. A gorilla would accidentally break it. A bonobo would become the screwdriver, but an orangutan, he'd hide it, use it to dismantle his cage, and then let all his friends out. There's a bunch of reasons for this brainy Bigfoot, and one of them is them being the biggest mama's boys on Earth. No other mammal spends more time with its mother, except humans. In the up to and often over 10 years of being her shadow, baby orangs learned everything about how to orangutan. Not only that, but daughters often live around their moms even after having their own baby. This means orangutans are one of the few animals that have a legitimate
look too much
culture,
like
and
humans
what we
sometimes.
see is a sum of generational wisdom passed down. In 2022, a notorious Sumatran male named Rock.
It's really crazy how we could have easily became monkeys. I mean, we technically were, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if we still had tails and shit. That would have been crazy.
Was seen using a medicinal plant to help heal a face wound he'd gotten in a fight.
We really could have been monkeys.
Applied the chewed up paste of the akar gunning, an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial flowering plant traditionally used to treat malaria and diabetes. Rockus applied the paste for 7 minutes until it covered his wound, and 5 days later, it was completely healed. It's not the first time we've seen animals self-medicate. Parrots will eat clay to detox from all the leaves, and elephants will apparently eat certain plants to induce labor. But what made Rockus so radical is the simple fact that they rarely eat that plant to begin with. There's more evidence of orangs self-medicating with the same plants used by locals, and it's likely this knowledge was taught,
but I will say though,
humans.
I will say though, if we had tails, maybe my mind is going to a dark place. Never mind.
Others will even teach their young to have the same preferences for food, so that when they get older, they can forage in the same area without directly competing with all the other mother-child pairs. Another thing this citrus simian is smart enough to understand is
OnlyFans would have been
reciprocity.
In
this viral video, would have been the worst thing to happen. Not only did the hairy haggler refuse until he understood that he'd be getting something back, I swear you can see him check for zookeepers. If it sounds like a stretch, it's scientifically proven this untaxable entity understands the concept. 2 orangutans at the Leipzig Zoo in Germany were given 3 different tokens and quickly learned that they could exchange
humans
one
are very
type for
freaky,
bananas
so
for themselves.
I think
the second token
they
type
would be
would earn
using
bananas
it
for the
in a
other
very interesting
orang,
ways.
and the third type had no monetary value whatsoever. At first, the female, Doc, had no problem exchanging tokens to get the male, Bim, bananas. But Doc realized Bim wasn't really returning the favor, so she became a lot less generous. That gave Bim enough of an attitude adjustment to start trading his tokens more, until their efforts became closer to equal.
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say it.
There's another story of a zoo orangutan taught to exchange any trash he found in his enclosure for a food reward. Except he then realized if he just returned the trash in pieces, that would just mean more food for him, which was unfortunate when the trash was someone's phone, and tragic when it turned out to be a formerly alive possum. But what exactly is it that makes orangutans so smart? Well, the superpower is how they learn. When orangutans are spending all that time with their mothers, they learn everything they need to by watching and copying. Even after they leave, young males will find an older, phalangeed male to use as a role model, learning how to be an alpha male by mimicking everything he does. Mimicry is how they learn, and that learning creates cultures. It's scientifically proven when resources are good, orangs spend more time around each other and more time peering, watching, observing, the other orangs. It's not just people watching, it's gathering intel, and they don't just do it to each other.
Is that
Orangs
Rihanna?
regularly learn things just by watching the humans around them. This male was seen
I was so
attempting to
dead ass
catch
when I
fish
said
after
that.
clocking locals doing it. And one female, Supina, tried starting a fire by dipping a glowing stick in kerosene, blowing on it, and even
That
rubbing it
kinda
with
look like
another
Rihanna,
stick.
I'm
But
sorry.
this shadow clone jutsu can be wildly inconvenient. Camp Liki is an orangutan research and rehabilitation reserve where the Auburn apes have plenty of opportunities to study humans right back, leading to the trend of orangutans untying canoes from the dock and stealing them, and not even triple or quadruple knots can discourage them. Fun
What?
fact, it takes about a 7-hour canoe ride to get to camp, so one documentary crew decided to save time with a speedboat. They lost that time after a redman stole the boat and left them stranded. The power of perception has taught O-rings how to breastfeed, drive, and even saw wood, all from watching a human. It said O-rings have
That
the
look like
intelligence
somebody
of a
uncle driving
4-year-old,
that
but
shit.
I've yet to see a toddler that did its own laundry. Now you're seeing
Come
what
over
I'm
here,
saying.
boy.
Bro's smart enough to talk,
Better go pick you
wise
up, boy.
enough not to. And she's only sawing like that so we don't catch on. But what if I told you there's an even higher level of intelligence they can get to? Deception. Deception requires foresight and anticipating the actions or thoughts of another party. That's where intelligence can get scary. If orangutans have the capacity to trick us, we're talking about a whole different ballgame. Which brings us to the story of Fu Manchu. Now we're talking about an orangutan outsmarting humans, and it happened in the 60s in Omaha Zoo in Nebraska. I know, nothing ever happens in Nebraska. One day, zoo director Jerry Stone was doing his rounds when a couple keepers ran up to him. Panicking, they told him not one, but 5 orangs had escaped and were roaming the zoo. This was not good. Like all apes, an orang outside is a code red situation, and a starting lineup of them walking amongst people was a canon event begging to happen. All it would take was a human or orang getting too curious for it to be a bad time for everyone, and Jerry sprinted to them before anything could happen, and he found them just chilling. Yeah, Jerry was greeted by 5 fugitives just people watching in the elm trees by the elephant building. Clearly all they wanted to do was visit the zoo like everyone else. But you can't just have several hundred pounds of primate in public unsupervised, so Jerry...
I'm not going to no zoo if I see a fucking monkey outside of his cage. Nigga, what? I'm good on that.
Literally went up the tree, grabbed an orang by the hand, and led them all back to the exhibit with no resistance. Jerry was less gentle with his staff, and let it be known that another mistake like that and someone would get pink slipped straight into unemployment. Clearly Stone made his point, because nothing like that would ever happen again. Until next week, when it happened again. Yup, somehow, some way, orangutan gang got out again. No one got hurt, they actually went to the exact same spot in the trees. But a troop of tangerine men exercising free will is a nightmare for zoo PR, and this time, Jerry was ready to give someone permanent PTO, cause no shot someone went through all that school in debt just to not close a furnace door. So imagine what went through Jerry's mind when the tans got out again. But this time, there was a catch. I used to think you'd only hear this line in a movie, but nah, someone actually ran up to Jerry and said, "You gotta come see this." And he wasn't wrong. You see, in the orangutan exhibit, there was a moat, and down at the bottom of that moat was a furnace door. And sure enough, they caught one of the males, Fu Manchu, fiddling with the door. They were watching from a distance so Fu wouldn't see them, but they couldn't see exactly what Fu was doing. All they knew was suddenly the door flew open and Usain Bolt felt a disturbance as these men broke the sound barrier running down to stop them. So now the solution was simple. Clear the enclosure of anything that could be used to escape and do it daily. And sure enough, the orang breakouts came to an end. For about a week until it happened again. Jerry wasn't even mad, just tired. Remember, he was a zoo director, and these Mandarin menaces were monopolizing his life.
Yo, they look
and
devious.
it was while perp walking Fu Manchu, who just had to have the biggest eating grin. Jerry noticed a glimmer out the corner of his mouth.
Nah,
He
that's
pulls it
right
out,
away.
and it all becomes clear. Out
stop.
was a 4-inch piece of wire bent like a horseshoe that Fu Manchu had stashed between his lower lip and gum. The very hairy
What?
Houdini had been using it as a lockpick for weeks
Ew.
and hiding it in his oral wallet. No one taught Fu, not
When you get that text, or when your crush, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Crush like your TikTok or your IG post, tight? Yeah.
had been using it as a lockpick for weeks.
That be me for real, you know what I'm saying? That be me for real, boy!
And hiding it in his oral wallet. No one taught Fu. Not only did he orchestrate his own emancipation, he had the foresight to realize he couldn't have the key out around keepers or else it'd get confiscated. Fu Manchu would be named an honorary member of the Locksmith Union of the United States.
What?
And Jerry Stone would go on to work with several other interesting apes, including a gorilla named
hell no.
Harambe. Fu Manchu wouldn't be the last, or arguably the most creative. 27-year-old
Now my
Carter
boy
used a
Harambe.
stick to short circuit an electric wire and then used a bunch of sticks as a ladder to climb out her enclosure. She then just sat and enjoyed the view for 30 minutes until her keepers pulled up with tranquilizers, at which point she just went back in. Last year, Kimbali broke out of an $11 million habitat in Toronto by cartwheeling past a wire barrier. Mind you, that habitat opened up the summer before. Bro flexed on them 11 million ways. The important thing is, in none of these cases do you see an orang get out with malicious intent. Most times they just cosplay as people. But what if one did have beef and use his powers for malfeasance? This is Ken Allen. It's the most famous name in orangutan lore, and you wouldn't even know the name if his mother Maggie had succeeded in smothering him before he even got it. He'd be named after the two zoo officials that would raise him instead, Ken Willingham and Ben Allen. As a baby, he'd soft launch his shenanigans by regularly unscrewing the bolts of his crib and dismantling it. And once he got too big for a crib, keeper Joanne Thomas would take him around the zoo in a stroller. A decision that arguably cost the zoo thousands. 5 days after moving into his new enclosure, June 13, 1985,
I don't understand why y'all treat them like humans.
Years before, folks caught Ken building a DIY ladder out of some branches. One thing I didn't mention is living in the trees full time means orangutans literally make their beds every single night. Up to 20,000 in a life. Clearly the craftsmanship carries on. Ken Allen spent his freedom wandering the zoo,
why y'all be
taking
treating them like
pictures with
humans though,
patrons
like
before getting escorted back.
That's why they be leaving and shit.
Happened, but no one got hurt, the wall he scaled got extended, and surely this wouldn't happen again. July 29th of that year, Ken found a way out again, but this time, his intentions weren't pure. You see, there was another orang, Otis. Ken did not like Otis. Ken hated Otis. He hated him so much that they actually had to be separated because orangs might be an endangered species, but as long as they are roommates, Otis was an endangered individual. So when Ken escaped a second time, he went straight for Otis's corner and chucked rocks at him. That premeditated stoning put him in solitary confinement. But I'm sure Ken will tell you it was worth it. But the reason for the beef might have been jealousy. Otis was the breeding star of San Diego with nearly 10 kids and 3 wives.
Damn.
Ken hated him as a concept, so the zoo gave him 4. And of course that backfired, when Ken started teaching them how to disrespect infrastructure too. One day, someone left a crowbar in the enclosure, and instead of using it while everyone watched, he just tossed it aside, like he didn't even care. An actual orang move, except he threw it to a female named Vicky, and she used it to pry open a window and free them both. Also, Otis wasn't the only victim. Apparently, he took offense to a TV crew filming a documentary on gorillas and pelted them with rocks, until he ran out of rocks and started using cannonballs from his colon. Ken was so crafty,
that looked like a human.
Boys would only have a chance of studying him if they dressed like regular guests, cause Ken would never incriminate himself if someone in uniform was around. Ken would break out a few more times, never hurting anyone except Otis. He did once approach a child.
He don't fuck with Otis at all.
No one will ever believe you before walking away. And if you doubt that, your disbelief makes his legacy stronger. His legacy was he cost the zoo over $40,000 in zoo enhancements, undercover surveillance, electric wiring, and even hired rock climbers to find every possible finger, foot, and toehold. But he likely made that back and more, with all the PR Ken Allen brought to the zoo, just by being himself. But except for Otis, who, let's be real, must have done something to deserve it, Ken Allen never used his intellect to inflict violence. Bro just wanted a vibe. But what could an orang with a human grudge do? There's a story of an orangutan actor hating his trainer and waiting until the two were alone up in a tree. Pierre strangled his human op and threw him to the ground. But the only proof is the obscure article I couldn't find a source for. Plus,
that nigga
Pierre was probably in the right.
That nigga really said, I hate your ass, nigga. Die. 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 Die.
Now, Joe's revenge was more than just a story. Joe was an orangutan that appeared in over 100 movies by 1919.
All my life I had to fight.
This was a time where there were no laws against capturing, selling, and even killing wild orangutans. Universal Studios would take full advantage, and as cute as he was as a toddler, things changed once he became a teen. There would be several incidents with Joe, including a lawsuit where a security guard claimed Joe had mauled him with over 40 bites. There was another time he escaped, and when police pulled up to catch him, Joe stole an officer's gun. But the most infamous case was Joe breaking out of the Universal Zoo, serving straight chaos for 3 days, and even releasing 15 wolves and his elephant friend Charlie on the way out. But Joe did seem to have a code. Not only did he never attack women or children, he'd often defend them. One scene had an actor pretend to spank a child, but because Joe don't play pretend with the little ones, the O-line went O-line and leveled the guy. Another scene had Joe's character help rob a lady, but when good guy Joe saw the villain looming over her, Joe folded his clothes, with him in them. By 1924, Joe was retired from show business after being deemed too dangerous to work with. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's Team Joe over here. But there's an even darker side to orangutans.
That's
so
a real
dark
that's a real
that
nigga
I'ma
right there.
just drop this. Here's an ad while you consider your options. Birute Galdeques is a primatologist and one of the leading experts on orangutans. And in the 70s, she arrived at Camp Liki in Tanjung Putin National Park, where she was immediately warned by native Indonesians that some male orangutans can find humans attractive and occasionally, physically, and forcefully act on it. She didn't believe it until a male walked into camp one day and violated a female cook, and even multiple people trying to wrestle him off couldn't stop the salacious onslaught. It's now advised that menstruating women either avoid orangs or walk around with a club. So as you can see,
So you're telling me if I heard this correctly, this monkey was going around all right. Okay. All right.
Orangutans are capable of anything from petty theft and zoo escapes all the way to premeditated census layoffs. But honestly, they could and should be way worse.
That is crazy. Cause it's like it's an orangutan. So it's like how he know where to, you know? Like that's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm just like what? How does that even like that's like is that like that's reverse bestiality?
An orangutan has never been on record murking a man, and some have had very good reasons. Joe Martin had every good reason, and the fact that he died with no body says more about his kind. The strong mom bond means Joe's mom was almost certainly destroyed for him to be taken. Joe suffered all manners of neglect, including electrical burns from wires, eye damage from the constant stage lights. He was given cigars and alcohol which ruined his health, and he was even knocked out by former heavyweight James Jeffries. All without never really interacting with another orang. Joe going through all that and never severely maiming someone is our entire relationship with orangs in a nutshell. We have done far more to them than for them, in worse ways than you think. I can't even say what this one went through, just know her name is Pony and her story is not for the weak. Orangutans as a whole are a victim of humanity, and the worst part is what happens when they're gone. Once all the orangs in an area are gone, all the generational knowledge of how to live there dies with them. It's not just a species, it's an entire culture that goes extinct with no way of bringing it back. So what can you on your phone, computer, or TV do? One is obviously support an organization that helps with research and rehabilitation, which is why I'll be donating to Orangutan Foundation International, founded by Galdeques herself. Link down below if you'd like to as well. Also, never support a place that uses orangutans as tourist traps. Any place that lets you pay to play with an orangutan is a huge red flag. But probably the best way is to avoid palm oil. Palm oil is the leading cause of their extinction, and it's in 50% of household products in the West. It's a commitment, but it's looking like
I already don't use palm oil, you know what I'm saying? Bad company, bad oils, bruh.
Either give up the oil or negotiate the red ape's existence. The choice is yours, just know the orangutans would probably do the same for us. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. But first, I wanna thank y'all. If you remember my elephant sanctuary video, then you know that the park actually flooded a month after I visited. A flood that cost 2 rescued elephants their lives. But you guys came through with the donations, and Miss Leck Chilert was so grateful, they actually made a cake with my name and gave it to the elephants. And seeing my favorite animals eating out of my namesake cake would have been impossible without you guys. So
nigga, what kind of cake is that? That's just a board with some flowers on it.
Thank you all. Hopefully one day I can do the same for Camp Leaky, but until then, drink water, hug your mother. If an orangutan hits you, apologize, because you deserved it. And I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, because if an orangutan hit me, nigga, I'm knocking his ass out, and then he gonna knock me out. I ain't gonna lie, W video, man. W video, man. W video. I love to see it, bro. Shout out to them, man. Texas weird folklore. What? We'll watch this another day, because I'm actually kind of interested, since, you know, Texas seemed to be the topic here every time for some reason. W video though. W video. All right, niggas ready for the movie? Is it movie time? Is it movie time? Is it time for the movie? Is it time for the movie? Niggas didn't know I could hold that note for a long time, huh? Niggas didn't know I could hold that note for a long time, huh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh. Hold on. Yeah, it's time for the movie. YouTube, I'ma see y'all later. YouTube, I'ma see y'all later. YouTube, I'ma see y'all later. I said YouTube, I'ma see y'all later. I said I'ma see y'all later. Come through on a Twitch. If you wanna see the shit, shout out Beautiful X Nick A. If you wanna see the movie, if you wanna see the movie, if you wanna stay groovy, it's getting really groovy. If you wanna see the movie, you better come through. You better come through. It's me and the crew. Hey. See y'all later. Booty. See y'all later. Booty. See y'all later. Booty. Booty butt cheeks. I said booty butt cheeks. Hey, booty butt cheeks. Hey, booty butt cheeks.